Hey there, digital discoverers. Today, we're going to talk about something that's, well, kind of shaping your world every single day, whether you realize it or not. It's called random sampling. And trust me, once you get what this is, you are going to see all the data and stats thrown at you in a completely new light. So, to really get a handle on this whole thing, let's start with a really delicious problem. I mean, seriously, think about that for a second. An entire city. You've got to figure out what everyone loves, from little kids to their grandparents, from one end of town to the other. How on earth could you do that without spending years trying to ask every single person? Well, you might think, I'll just go to my favorite ice cream shop and ask people there. But that's not going to work, is it? The folks at that one place might be obsessed with, I don't know, pistachio caramel swirl. But that doesn't tell you anything about the rest of the city. You'd get a totally biased, completely lopsided answer. So there has to be a better way, right? You bet there is. And this is where our really elegant solution comes into play. The secret to solving our ice cream mystery, and a whole lot of other much bigger mysteries, is a powerful little idea called random sampling. So what is it exactly? Well, it's pretty simple at its core. It's a method where every single person in the entire city, our whole population, gets a completely equal, totally fair shot at being picked for our survey. That idea of an equal chance, that's everything. It's the magic ingredient that lets us actually trust the results. And honestly, the best way to think about it is exactly what you see here. It's literally like drawing names out of a giant hat. If you could put every single citizen's name on a slip of paper, toss them all into a massive hat, mix them up, and pull out 1,000 names, that group should be a pretty good mini version of your whole city. Why? Because everybody had that same fair shot of being picked. It's that simple. Now, obviously, this isn't just some fun thought experiment for figuring out ice cream preferences. Random sampling is a dead serious tool that's being used all around you every single day in some of the most important fields out there. So where are you seeing this in action? Well, think about market research. Companies use it to figure out if you're actually going to buy their next new gadget. And then there's political polling. It's the absolute secret sauce for trying to predict who's going to win an election. And of course, it's totally crucial for scientific research, like testing if a new medicine actually works, and for social scientists trying to get a pulse on big trends in our society. It's the foundation for so much of what we know. Okay, so what is the big deal? Why is this method so powerful? What makes it the gold standard for getting good information? Let's break down why it works so darn well. All right, so the real power here comes down to a few amazing things. First off, it creates what's called a representative sample. That just means your small group is basically a mirror image of the entire population. It's also wildly efficient. I mean, think of the time and money you save by not having to talk to everybody. All of this leads to results that are accurate, reliable, and statistically valid, stuff you can actually build on. And the best part, the basic idea is just so straightforward. But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? No method is absolutely perfect. So if we're going to be smart about the data we see, we've also got to understand the pitfalls, where things can go a little bit sideways. Okay, so first, even with perfect randomness, you might just get unlucky. By pure chance, your sample might not be a perfect mirror. That's called a sampling error. Now, the key is the more people you sample, the smaller that error gets. That's why real polls talk to thousands of people, not just 10. Then you have just real-world challenges. It can be super hard to actually give everyone an equal chance. And a huge one, a really huge one, is non-response bias. What happens if the people you randomly pick just don't answer? Well, if they're all a certain type of person, that can throw your results way off. So, we've gone through the good and the bad. What does all of this actually mean for you? Why should you care about random sampling when you're just going about your day? Here's the bottom line. Understanding this stuff makes you a smarter consumer of information. The next time you see a headline about some new study or poll, you'll have this little toolkit in your head. You can ask, wait, was the sample random? How many people did they talk to? Who might have been left out? It's like having a built-in filter that helps you tell the difference between good information and, well, junk data. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Now that you know the secret, you basically have a new superpower for cutting through all the noise in our data-drenched world. The next time you see a statistic, don't just nod and accept it. Stop for a second and ask yourself, how do they know that? Because asking that one simple question, that's the first step to seeing things a whole lot more clearly.